So as we get older, you're going to notice that some things just don't work like they used to. My knees don't knee anymore. Why do my knees and joints click? Why does everything hurt all the time? Well, your joints are very much like tires in a car, right? You only have so much tread on them until you have to ultimately replace them. And what's happening when you're achy afterwards, you're creaky in the morning, takes you a bit to get going, is degeneration. And here's what happens. When the muscles around the knee joint aren't able to absorb the force of running or whatever activities you're doing, and they get fatigued or they're dysfunctional due to adhesion or nerve entrapment, you load the joint itself. So we can rotate this guy around. We can look. What will end up happening is this meniscus in here. This little guy, it's a little horseshoe shape. That's like the shock absorber of your knee. It's supposed to absorb the shock of you running, jumping, doing those things. The more you run and jump, the more impact you have in your joints. It doesn't matter how good you are at absorbing it, just by sheer volume, you're going to wear these down. And as these wear down and thin, you're going to put more load on the cartilage. And that cartilage lines the bone here, and it can also get worn down. And as it gets worn down, you could have bare spots. And when you do a lot of activity, that inflammation that's going to be surrounding the joint will really irritate this. And that's when you could be walking around, and some steps you feel fine, but if you step just right, you're going to get this really zinger in your joint, in your knee. It's going to give out or something. That is your loading damaged cartilage. This is what happens as you age. There are some things that you can do to slow down this process by making the things around the joint healthier, but ultimately it's going to come down to load management and keeping the inflammation down so you can have a happy, healthy, extended life of your knees. But it doesn't matter if you're trying to stay super active, you sometimes might need to modify your activity level to the reality of your knees not being as young as they used to be.